Welcome back to Elevation 44, where we learn how to master our energy. And today I want to bring you a quick but fun bonus video because I've found so much use out of these items myself that I want to show you how to make it. And what we're talking about today are moon oils, okay? Every month I make a new moon oil with the corresponding full moon. And I started doing this back in September, and literally each month I look forward to making a new moon oil because I use them so much, not only for, everyday wear, but to also increase the power of an intent of certain energies and certain magical workings, and just to also just have that type of energy that I can carry with me throughout the day depending on what's going on. So we're all about self-sufficiency here. Yes, I can sell you a product, and moon oils are something that I'm thinking about offering in the future, but I also want you to be empowered to know how to utilize the moon oils and how to make them yourself because they're so simple to use. So simple to make and to use. So without further ado, let's get right into the moon oil. First things first, what is a moon oil? A moon oil is exactly what it sounds like. It's an oil that contains certain essential oils, herbs, flowers, and even crystals to capture certain energies that are with the corresponding full moon or moon cycle. So, for example, we have a Libra full moon tonight. So with that Libra full moon, what we would want to get out of that energy and pull out of that could be anything around balance and emotional sensitivity and love and friendships. And so that type of energy, we can literally use corresponding herbs, different essential oils, different crystals, and we can charge these things in an oil form under the moonlight for added intent, right? And then we can use that moon oil with us like on a daily basis, so we can put it on ourselves to carry that type of energy. We can also use it to power up our magical workings. We can use it to bless certain items that we have, or put it on a charm. And if you want to put your charm in your mojo bag and carry that type of energy around, you can use it for candle dressings. So there is so much that you can do with moon oils, and they're so powerful. So some of the things that you're going to need are a carrier oil. Now, I like to use oils that are friendly for the skin because I like to wear my oils a lot, and I will usually wear my oils by intuitively dabbing them on areas that have called me to dress myself with that oil. So I'll anoint myself with the oil, usually on my third eye, my temples, my pineal gland, my crown, and the inner wrist and my heart chakra. Those are just what I've been intuitively led to anoint when I use my moon oil. So I'm always looking for oils that are friendly on the skin. Because of that, I like to use both grapeseed oil, and then I also like to use sweet almond oil, and I'm running pretty low on this one, but I'll usually use a combination of both of these, or maybe just the sweet almond oil sometimes, depending on what kind of oil or herbs or energy that I'm working with that month. I might use avocado oil, which is a little bit heavier, but also very moisturizing for the skin. So you want to make sure that you have a carrier oil. And then you also want to make sure you have a small bottle to put everything in. And this is a 2-ounce bottle. And I ordered this, I believe it came in a 10-pack or 12-pack from Amazon. I will leave a link down below for the ones that I ordered. But I find them very, very useful. And I love the fact that it has a dropper. So that I can easily transfer the oils to candles or, on myself, and it doesn't make a mess by spilling the oil everywhere. I also have, you want to, get some essential oils, right? So this month we're working with the Libra full moon. So I got rose and jasmine essential oil. You also want to make sure that you have your herbs or flowers or whatever, dried form of plant life that you're going to put in the oils. And this is just a couple of the flowers and stuff that I'll be working with this month. Then I will also recommend that you have your crystals to put in the bottle as well. And what that does is it just continues to power the oil, because once we're put everything together and we charge it under the moonlight, that energy is going to really intensify and capture and lock in not only to the oil but also to the crystals that you're going to put in the bottle that will continue to charge and keep that energy going. So the two crystals that I'm working with this month are rose quartz and aventurine, okay? And I have two little tiny crystal seeds that I'm going to put in the bottle. I don't even know if you guys are going to be able to see it because they're that tiny. So that's the rose quartz one. Not sure if that's focusing. And that is the aventurine ones. And they're literally the same as these big ones, but they're just really, really tiny. And they're called crystal seeds. So if you want to go online and look to see on Etsy or something to see if you can find crystal seeds, I got mine at a local spiritual shop here or in the area, but I'm sure that you can find them elsewhere as well. Then you also want to make sure you have something to cleanse the energy in your space before getting started. I like to do a combination of things. So I'll use sage to kind of cleanse the energy around me before I start working. And then I'll also use sweetgrass to bring in some positive vibes as I'm doing my work, okay? So those are the things that you're literally gonna need. That's all you're going to need. Like I said, this is really, really simple. So let's go ahead and make our Libra moon oil, okay? So I usually do this at my altar, but my altar space is a little bit too small for this demonstration. So we're gonna do it here for now. What I'm gonna start off doing is just lighting or burning some sage, and this is going to just clear the energy in our space. And you can take some time to just breathe in and breathe out deeply and just kind of set your intention over your workings. So once you feel like you've cleared out the energy, and use your intuition to know when to stop. I also like to, like I said, burn some sweetgrass to bring in some positive energy as well. So I will take the sweetgrass and just allow that to bring some energy, good vibes in. I'm gonna go ahead and put that aside. And now I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I'll go ahead and open my bottle, and the first thing that I add to the bottle are the little crystal seeds. And here they both are. See if I can get the camera to focus. There we go. So one aventurine and one rose quartz. The reason why I'm using aventurine is because aventurine brings in balance, and rose quartz is good for love and harmony and relationships. So I'm gonna go ahead and add those two to my bottle. The next thing that I'm going to go ahead and add in are my herbs, and in this case it's a lot of flowers, and so I'm going to explain some of the flowers that I'm using for the Libra full moon. And the first one is right here is passion flower. And a lot of these I mentioned in my video, the Libra full moon video. So if you want to learn a little bit more about the herbs and crystals and everything that you can use during this time, I would highly advise that you go back and watch that video, and I will link it here in this video or in the description box so you can easily find it. But this is passion flower. So the first one is great for relaxation, it's great for harmony and friendships and sleep. So it's just a good, peaceful, harmonious herb or flower to use in this mixture. And that's one of the energies that I want to be able to pull in with this oil, okay? Then the next one that I have in here next to it is thyme. And thyme is really great for attracting love. And a lot of these herbs are great for attracting love and romance. So thyme, also yarrow, which is next to it, is good for the same thing. And also jasmine over here. So those three kind of like function almost in the same way, in the sense of it's attracting that, you know, that love, those good vibes into our lives, right? More love, more love, more love. And that's that energy that I want to capture in this oil as well. Now I also have some red clover right here, and the red clover is great for beauty, okay? Libra energy is all about arts and beauty, and so I thought it would be great to have that red clover in there to capture that energy as well. And then we also have some rose, which is great for love, but it's also great for healing. So the combination of all of these herbs is going to capture the energy that I really want to continue to use going forward with this moon oil. So now I'm just going to go ahead and put everything in my bottle. And the opening's pretty small, so sometimes it takes a while to get everything in there. But you don't have to use the exact herbs that I'm using. You can use any herbs or flowers that you want. And that goes also for the essential oils, because you really are going with your intuition. What do you want to get out of the oil? What kind of energy do you want to harness, right? And that is really on an individual basis. So you can use the energy of the moon as a corresponding guide, and then pull out exactly what you want specifically to work, to work with. So now I've got all of my herbs in the bottle, and now I am going to add my essential oils. And so I'm using the essential oils that correspond with the Libra recommended flowers and herbs, and one being the rose oil and another being jasmine essential oil. And I'm not sure if that's focusing. Woo, I guess not. But those are the two that I'm using, rose and jasmine. And I'm just gonna put a few drops of each. Especially the rose oil, you really don't need a lot because it is super, super potent. So I'm just probably gonna put 2-3 drops of the rose oil, because then it'll overpower everything else if I put too much. And then I'll put a little bit more of the jasmine because it doesn't. So I just used 7 drops of the jasmine. So in total, 10 drops of essential oil. And now that I have my herbs in here, have my essential oils in here, and I have my crystals in here, it's now time to fill up with my carrier oils. And so I'm just going to go ahead and, am I getting this in the right camera, guys? I gotta watch the camera and watch what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fill it up halfway, oops, with sweet almond oil. And then I'm going to fill the remaining bottle with grapeseed oil. So I've got my bottle filled, and then I just go ahead, add my top in, and I give it a good shake. All right, so there you have it. Our oil is done. So here we have it. This is our Libra moon oil. And what I like to do now that it's done and it's all mixed up is that I will usually sit at my altar with the moon oil and take some time to meditate and set some intention over the moon oil, and just, again, using my energy to power this even more. Once that's done, I like to then go ahead and put it out into the moonlight to charge under the full moon. And I usually do this for about 3 days. So the day before the full moon, the day of the full moon, and the day after. You don't have to do it that long. I just like to do it that long. If you can't put it outside in direct moonlight, like let's say you don't have an outdoor space, you can put it inside your window so that the moonlight can come in on the bottle while it's in your window. So that is how you make moon oil. I hope that you guys found this helpful and that you are able to make your own batch of moon oil and utilize it. Like I said, it's been so helpful for me in meditation, in my magic and candle work. It's just been so helpful on so many levels. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys are able to utilize this energy as well. Like, we got to help each other through these times, and hopefully this will bring you, if you follow this exact formula recipe or whatever recipe you want to use with your own herbs, it'll bring you balance and peace and love and you know, all of that good stuff. Okay, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.